You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tap In. We are OneOOne. I'm your host, Andy Danchuk, and I'm here with my co-hosts and business partners, the Golden Boys, Sean Frey, and Jack Blames, Mr. James Black. What's going on, boys? How we feeling this morning?
Feeling good until you call me Frey, but, you know.
Oh, did I fuck up?
I'm feeling good.
All right.
Feeling good today.
Let's go.
I don't even know my boy's last name. Shit, guys. Well, it is your responsibility to tap into information that is going to benefit you and your life. This podcast will hopefully expand your thinking so you can finally take control over your life. All right, guys, welcome to the first podcast.
Number one.
I mean, this is just the beginning. And on this podcast, we're going to talk a little bit about what a OneOOne is and what OneOOne stands for. We're going to introduce a little bit about who we are for the people that don't know us. And then we're going to talk a little bit about understanding where you're at and what it takes to get to where you want to go. So I'll start off and I'll give you a little mission statement about what OneOOne's all about. OneOOne's about the pursuit of personal passion, aiding the discovery of your true purpose. By staying true to yourself and loving all the unique qualities you possess, we strive to motivate each and every individual through the power of positivity, well-structured mental health, and hard work. Each and every one of us enjoy different ventures that spike our interest. These interests create feelings so strong our world seems to stop. We truly believe that every person has the ability to create a space where they can thrive on a consistent basis. Our plan is to Our plan is to create a space where you can thrive on a consistent basis. Oh my gosh, did I fuck that up?
He can't read today, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't fucking read.
All right, go ahead. Come on.
Are we just gonna fucking power through it? That's fucking terrible,
that's
though.
Who we are.
That's who we are. Fuck. Well, here we go. Our plan is to create a culture that provides helpful information and ideas to get people thinking in ways they never thought possible. There's so much to every individual that is never shown because most fear not being accepted for who they truly are. Not anymore. Our mission is to motivate you and accept who you are and love every challenge, setback, success, and characteristic that makes you you. Be proud to be unique. Be proud to be OneOOne. All right, so that was a fucking shit. I can't read, so it's all good, but I'll get better at it. You'll understand fucking what OneOOne's about. We're going to leave our mark. Don't worry about it.
This is just the first episode. We're going to keep it going.
Yeah, this is just the start. So I think it's best to start off and do a little introduction about who we are. So I'll hand the mic over to one of my boys, whoever wants to start first, Sean or James. Give me a little bit about who you are and explain to these people what you're about.
What's up, guys? This is Sean Fry, not Frey. But
Alright, guys, yo, fucking, it's a lot of pressure here. This is podcast number one. You know, we're doing this fucking organic as fuck. We're not trying to cut shit out. So
yeah, but so probably the past 3 years, I want to say, I went through some rough times in my life. Really mentally, I had nothing that was out of my head that was really going wrong. I honestly had a great life and stuff like that, but just mentally, I wasn't there, and I went through some really lows and never really got out of them. I thought, like, for the rest of my life, that's what I was going to deal with. And there was just one day that I woke up and I was like, I didn't want to get out of bed, and I was like scared to freaking move, scared to go to work, and I just decided that day that I was like, I never want, like, I know other people are battling these same problems, and like I want to change that. I want to figure out and get to the bottom of how to control your mind and how to get yourself out of these deep, dark places, because I know there's a lot of people that battle it, because I've talked about it before. I had tons of people reach out to me when I came out about it on social medias and stuff like that. So I knew that I wanted to create some sort of platform, some sort of movement to help people be better and help people be stronger mentally and be like people be happier in life again, instead of just always such a force that you always have to go against, that just struggle living and stuff like that. So that's really what kind of made me want to do this. And I never thought it was going to be with YouTube. Like, I had plans in my head, and the universe just brought it to me in different ways. And one day, Andy reached out to me and told me that he had this plan. And then we all sat down. He brought James along, and we all just like, yeah, this is definitely what I want to do. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to start really working on myself and help others along the way. That's pretty it. That's it for me.
Awesome. I guess I'll take over next. I'm Jack Blames. They call me James Black. My real name is James. Everyone calls me Jack. Literally everyone. I even have a cup with my name on it from a podcast, and my name's Jack. Anyway, call me James, Jack Blames, whatever you like. How did I meet Andy? I forget.
We met a fucking while back. We met probably, I want to say about 4 to 5 years ago.
What?
We met through
we met through Badgley at a.
We met through a
photos.
kid that owned a little supplement company, and I was helping him out with some promos one day, and James was coming along to do a shoot with him, and I don't know. The day I met James, there was just something I knew, and it was kind of weird. It's crazy how life works, but
it was pretty funny for me. I seen the truck. It's like a nice truck, and we got to talking and found out he has a 240 and a bunch of shit. So right there, I knew we connected because I'm all about cars myself. But when he finally brought this idea to me, it was in the gym a few years later, and I was totally down with it because I went through some rough times. Through my childhood, I was made fun of probably, I don't know, majority of my middle school through high school, and mentally. That does take a toll on you. You start to believe the things that people are telling you or making fun of you for, or whatever the case may be, and then you really start to hide who you truly are, or maybe try and do things you wouldn't normally do so that, someone has nothing to say about what you're doing. But unfortunately, in this world, you can't hide who you really are, and you have to like the things you like and be proud of it. And over the years, I was mentally able to overcome a lot of those things. And then meeting Andy again recently and connecting and coming through some information that really helped me become or start to become the person I want to be. I know there's a lot of work, involved, a lot of hard work to change. But the things that we're doing and just being in this group help me daily. And I think that everyone can overcome all those mental aspects and mental blocks and bad situations that they let affect their whole life that they don't actually need to let affect them. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to help people change their own lives.
Yeah, man. That's fucking beautiful. I love it. Yeah. I mean, this shit's fucking... It is, like... I'm one, like, this shit's really emotional for me because a little bit about who I am. I've never really been one to fit in. I never really cared to think about what anybody thinks about me. I'll introduce myself. My name's Andy Danchuk, Andrew Danchuk. Some people know me as my government name, but I prefer to be called Andy. People know me as just a fucking good, loving, funny, just fucking kind of laid back dude. But really, I'm driven. I'm fucking hungry. There's a side of me that I don't show to a lot of people just because the feeling of being judged, I guess. When I was younger, I struggled a lot with self-confidence. I struggled a lot with who I was. I got always picked on and made fun of. I was very athletic, but I was really small growing up. Freshman year of high school, when I came into high school, I was 5'1", 92 pounds. So anybody in fucking high school could have picked me up and threw me. They were like, who's this fucking 6th grader walking around high school? Like, constantly, always getting fucking shit talked to. But I never let it fucking get to me because I was always on my own fucking way, doing my own fucking thing. Never cared to fit in. Never cared to make friends with anybody who didn't want to be friends with me or see the value in me. And now I'm realizing that this is a power that God gifted me to be where I'm at and to feel the way I am. Now that I'm finally kind of stepping into my role in who I am on earth and understanding what I could truly contribute to and what I've been through, I can teach people things and help them to better their lives, especially young kids that may think like I was thinking in high school. Man, like it's time for everybody to be savages. It's time for us to take control over our lives. Back in 2019, I went through probably the most traumatic experience of my life. I lost one of my best friends in a way that I never want anybody to ever experience and don't wish on anybody. And it was life-changing because things that I never thought before and ways that I had never thought before, I started thinking because just the situation kind of brought it to the surface. And I'm not even going to go deep into everything right now. That's not really what this podcast is really about. But one day I'll go a little bit deeper into my story and shit like that. And as will the boys also. But just for now, like, I mean, I don't even know. My mind's racing right now because now I'm thinking about the situation, everything that I've gone through, and how blessed I am to be where I'm at right now, and even be doing something that's so it's uncomfortable for me to be even doing this right now, to be talking to you guys right now, but I know it's going to change some people's life. I know it's going to help people, so that's why we're here. So let's just let's talk about the brand a little bit, boys. Why don't you explain what 101 is about for you and why we're starting this brand and what we want to do with this brand and the positive changes we want to do and the people we want to help. And I mean, just give it a nice little start to who 101 is and what we're about and what our mission is.
Another thing I want to add real quick.
Well,
too,
yeah.
We're starting this now when we don't even have our shit figured out. We're starting this while
purposely. We're literally doing this now. Like, the reason this may sound fucking choppy, unorganic, fucked up, like, we don't even give a fuck. We're doing this now to show you what it takes to do it from the beginning, because you see people all the time and you only get the success story after fact. You don't have to see them go through the daily struggles. We're going to tell you our daily struggles. We're going to tell you how fucking hard this shit is. We're going to fuck up purposely on the podcast in our daily lives and everything. We're going to come here on this podcast and vent about it, talk about it to you, to show you, like, yo, it's going to fucking take a lot of fuck ups. Like, we laugh at ourselves. Like, you guys get down on yourselves when you fuck up. But, dude, every time we fuck up, we laugh at ourselves. We look at each other. We say, all right, stop being a fucking bitch and figure it the fuck out, because...
But there's definitely a time, especially for me, that, like, I couldn't laugh at it because, like, I would... be almost embarrassed because of, like, the people around me. I thought people were looking at me a certain way or thought a certain way about me. But now, like, I've come to the conclusion, it doesn't matter. It matters what I think, you know what I mean? Like, even, like, you guys, like, I feel in this group, like, I know I could fuck up and I know it's okay, like, in this group. And that's how it should be in the rest of the world. Like, we should not have to sit there and try and be perfect for the outside world. Be perfect for you. Do what fucking makes you happy. Like, you only owe yourself anything. Unless you got wife and kids, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't owe anyone anything. So whatever makes you happy, that's what you got to stick to. And that's, like, why we're starting here, is because we're going to be testing out different techniques. We all, like, we're just getting ourselves together. Honestly, we all kind of went through shit at the similar time, but that's why it worked out so nice, because we're all like, all right, we need to change our lives, and with that, we want to change other people's lives. So you're going to see techniques that we try. We're going to talk about things that we're doing, and it might work out for us and it might not, and we're going to fucking talk about that. And then also, you guys can test these techniques yourself, and things that don't work for us might work for you. Everyone's different, and that's what this brand's really about. Like, 101 stands for being unique. Like, you are one of one, and that's kind of where our mission statement goes with it. And that's what we want to show the world, that you got to accept who you are, you got to love yourself, and you got to literally put your heart and soul out in the open and fucking talk about what you're into. Do the things that you're into, because through that, you're going to find your passion.
And you're going to find the people that fucking care about you. You're not going to find fucking fake people.
No.
Like, I found these two by being truly who the fuck I was around these two. And if I didn't do that, I probably wouldn't be here with you guys today. I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys so openly about so many shit that I don't even talk to my parents about some of this shit. I don't talk to some of my best friends that I've been friends with for fucking, I don't even know how, since I was like fucking a little baby fucking boy with a tiny little fucking dick, bro. Like, these are people that I've known my whole life, and I'm scared to truly show who I am to. And, like, that's fucking crazy in my mind. Like, why the fuck am I scared to talk to these people about who I truly am? But you guys, it's like easy, because I started where I wanted to start with you guys. I started making the proper steps. I truly came out in the open and was who I was to these kids from day fucking one, and you'll see what that's gonna get you.
I think we all were. I mean, I'm not gonna hide that, I like to smoke weed a lot, so, I smoke weed all day, every day, pretty much, up until recently. I met them and stopped, and it was crazy how much I actually learned.
By stopping?
By stopping and just, like, focusing on, like, the information that I was given, and I'm like, this is information I was given. Like, I didn't come up with this.
It's all out there.
I'm not trying to preach it. I learned it. It was... Somehow it found its way to me when I was ready. And I think that's also a key thing too. This shit is going to be hard. This is going to be hard. This isn't going to be easy.
No.
I hadn't not smoked weed in 8 years probably. And I stopped cold turkey in one day for a month and a half.
Because I told him to. I called him. I was like, dude, I stopped smoking. It's a good idea.
He said see if it would help you, and I learned so much in that month and a half. It was crazy,
dude. It's wild.
And then again, like anything, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not addictive, but I enjoy it. Like anything, I return back to it, but not as much. And with the information I learned, which was able to help my negative thoughts at the time, and now I can progress.
of showed you what you were capable of.
Right.
It opened up an aspect of your mind that you never knew you could tap into. That you were kind of, I don't know. I don't know if you guys ever read this book, "See You at the Top," by Zig Ziglar. He talks about your loser's limp in life, and your loser's limp in life could be something that you're dependent on. It's a bad habit that you're not willing to break. And that's limiting you because you're not willing to change something in your life because it's comfortable, it's good, it may be holding you back. So when you do shit that's uncomfortable, it's fucking crazy.
Right.
The doors that it opens up, because it's like, holy shit, I just stopped doing something that I was so comfortable in doing. Now I'm gonna make myself a little bit uncomfortable and look at all these other options. So now I have choices that I never knew that I fucking had, and it's like, wow, it really does. It's like a
Right, and on top of that, to learn a lot of this information, I had to read. Dude, I don't like reading.
I fucking do it. I hate reading, bro. All right, so a little backstory about school for me, at least. Fucking, I don't know too much about James's schooling history and grades wise. Dude, I was on a good day a fucking D student. Like D's, like I was the motherfucker preaching D's get degrees, D's get degrees. Like I'm fucking running around like I was proud that I would get fucking D's. I didn't give a fuck about school, bro. I never cared about school. I never cared to learn any of that fucking garbage. And I'm blessed now realizing where it fucking took me to not fucking give a shit about school. But like up until last year, I read maybe one actual book my entire life, and then I wouldn't call these fucking like actual books, but I read all of the fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid fucking books when I was like, I don't know, I was like fucking 7th or 8th. I don't know when those fucking things came out, but I read all those fucking books, bro, because it had fucking pictures. I don't even think I would read the words. I would just look at the fucking pictures, and my mom thought I was doing something good, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm reading. Like, I don't know, fuck it. But other than that, but in the past 6 months, I've read about, probably like 15 books. And it's fucking crazy because it was super uncomfortable when I first started doing it. Yeah. And I didn't want to do it, but I would just fucking, I don't know, I'd sit on the fucking couch and I'd force myself to do it because deep down inside of me, as uncomfortable as it was, I knew it was going to cause some sort of reaction that made me better. There was something in me that knew if I fucking did it, it would make me better.
That's definitely something, like, when we came together, I haven't touched a book. Like, even in high school, I didn't do my fucking book reports. Like, your summer reading?
Nope.
No, dude, I spark noted the shit out of every single one. Like,
nope.
Probably last time I actually read a book until we came together was, dude, I don't even know. Like, probably when I was middle school.
Exactly.
And, yeah, even now, it's still, like, I enjoy reading, honestly. It feels like grounding to me because, like, the stuff that we read, it gives me the answers to all these things I didn't understand about when I was younger and that, like, I've kind of lost as I gotten through the times I went through the past few years. It's giving me answers of why I was the way I was when I was younger. And for me, it's like really grounding. But to get to that point of reading, I have that loser's limp most of the time where I gotta be like, yo, you gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta sit down. You gotta make time for this. Especially with all the jobs we all work. Like, I'm literally leaving my house at 3:30, sometimes 4:30 in the morning, anywhere in between there. I'm not getting home till almost 9 o'clock at night, so it's easy for me to say, like, yo, dude, you need to get your sleep, and just, you'll read another day, you'll figure out, you'll make time some other time. But it's like, I gotta get uncomfortable and be like, it doesn't matter if I want to get 10 pages in. Reading's reading. Like, I gotta start making that effort.
That's it, dude. 10 pages a day changes your life.
Exactly. And I didn't...
10 pages a day.
When we first started this stuff, we were kind of listening to some tapes and stuff from a speaker, and really those didn't make any difference to me until I started reading. Reading's like what kind of like, I don't even know the right word for it, but like
opened up your mind.
Yeah, like kind of reassured me of everything that I was hearing from you guys. It was put in writing, and when it's put in writing, and then like I realized how many books kind of preach this stuff, and like I start seeing the people that recommend these books and how successful they are and all this stuff, and then when I'm reading it, it's making sense. So the books are almost written in a way where it makes more sense to me than when people speak about it. So
because it's almost like the physical form of seeing it written down.
It's in my hands.
Almost like validates the information a little bit more, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. Obviously, later in life, when I understand books a little bit more and why they're so important to me, I'll probably explain it better. But we're still, like I said, we're still early on in this shit.
I'm huge on reading. Like anytime, it's hard for me even now because, like I said, we're still in it. It's hard for me now,
Dude, it fucking sucks.
It's hard for me to give.
I hate reading.
Yeah.
I still hate reading. Dude, every fucking day I see it on my fucking critical task list. Read a fucking chapter. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fucking do this.
A whole
Exactly.
chapter?
Dude, it sounds crazy, but dude, it works. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Try it.
That,
Try
like,
it.
when I try, if people have questions for me, because like especially the people that are close to me now, like I have a few friends that, not that they're not in this friend group, but they see me doing the things that we're doing with like the OneOOne brand. Not that they don't even know the brand yet. Like this coming out will be the first time really anyone hears about the brand except for
This
people
is our like public drop. We really haven't. We've been putting a lot of time into it.
I dropped the ball and I told Nilsy.
That's fine.
But like, fucking,
I've told a couple people
because I want him to come riding with us and shit. Like,
Yeah,
he'll come
fuck
shred
yeah.
with us.
Yeah,
and shit
fuck
like
yeah.
that.
Nils is lit.
And he's totally.
What up,
down.
Nils?
What up, Nils? Shout out.
Shout out
Nils.
to fucking Nils Holly. If you need your shit fucking
detailing, you need
detailed,
your
yeah,
shit
NH
detailed,
detailing.
hit up Nils.
Hit him
bro,
up,
that's
but
the man.
a little plug real
He's
quick.
the guy. Plug him in. Make sure you call him. You call anyone else, I'll come find you. All right. No, I'm just playing.
But yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying that I told someone.
Yeah, no, I've told a few people, but that's what I'm saying is people that know I'm doing this or like see
They
me around.
see the change
They
in
see
you.
like, yo, I had someone tell me yesterday like I've never seen someone change so much in such a short period of time, and I was just like, yo, you should see my other fucking two partners. Like I'm not shit right now. They're on another level. Here. Like, I gotta catch up because these motherfuckers reading. They're doing all this shit. Like I'm working at it. I'm definitely struggling more with it because of like. Mentally, I just kind of went so downhill and stopped believing myself, and now I'm starting to believe myself again, and that's key. But when it comes to like trying to help other people right now, instead of me speaking, because like I was saying, it's kind of hard for me to even explain right now.
Because we're still early on. We
it.
still gotta fucking like in a way prove ourselves in a sense.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna fucking look us up now. We ain't fucking shit right now.
No.
But I'm not even gonna say anything.
We're a
Like
couple-
I'm
we're
just
a
gonna
couple
leave it.
kids that
I'm
like
not
fucking-
fucking shit right now. But watch the process.
Yeah. Right.
You're gonna fucking see these tapes in 5 years. Watch the fucking process.
But like,
and the reason we're doing this shit now is so you can learn from it. Because in 5 years from now, once we are validated and once you do know who the fuck we are and what we're able to do, you're gonna be like, yo, how the fuck these motherfuckers do it?
And you're gonna come back
then
to day one,
You're
baby.
gonna have this fucking tape. Hey, here's where we fucking started, and we'll explain. We'll tell the story one day about where the fuck we are right now, which is. But we'll just I don't know, man. Fuck.
I mean, and with all that being said, this kind of is a part of and leads us to like the main topic with understanding where you're at.
Yeah, let's just get into the
and,
topic. We're all over the place
what it
right
takes to get you to where you want to be. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or
So
where you wanna
basically,
get?
we're gonna understand where you're at right now. Understand what it's gonna take for you to get to where you want to be. So, for a while after. Let's say I've always been a very driven person, and I've always held myself to a certain standard in all aspects of life, to the point where if I'm doing something, I shouldn't be fucking half-assing it. And it's always progressed me forward in my career, in any career that I went after. So it was kind of weird to see the change. I never really, how do I explain this? I've never really understood it really until more recently. And now that I'm starting to understand it a little bit more, I'm starting to be able to ask myself the right questions to go even further with it. So basically, almost 4 years ago, I started a career in HVAC, and if anybody knows what HVAC is, it's fucking, it's good and bad. Fucking, I crawl in some of the shittiest fucking attics in the summertime when it's a fucking 100-something degrees outside, but it's beating on a black fucking roof, and it's like 140 inside the attic, and it has no ridge vents, has no ventilation. It's fucking this nasty fucking rat infested old insulation. Yeah, that's what I fucking go through every single day of my life. So when you tell me shit's fucking hard, I kind of like laugh at people when they tell me their job's hard, because bro, like, come work my fucking job. Like, it's fucking crazy. But for a while I was like, people didn't understand how I was excited to go to a job and do this type of shit. And really, I didn't fucking know either. Like, I was just like, I don't know. I just fucking go in, I get the shit done, and I go home after I'm fucking done. Once it's a beautiful job, I make it look as nice as I fucking can. I leave it my all, and I fucking come out of there, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I did it, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like a feeling of a accomplishment.
I was gonna say, I think it's not really what you have to do. It's the satisfaction after the fact you get it done.
I fucking
you
did that
shit. You're
like
it's almost like I've heard someone explain it when they go running. They're like, I hate running, but how good I feel after is what I do it for, because I feel amazing because I get it done. I fucking don't run, but
we don't run. But all right. Think of it as an aspect of we all work out. We all go to the gym. So when there's days where me and Sean live together a lot, but there's days where you don't want to go to the gym. So the days you don't want to go to the gym, but you know if you go to the gym, it's just like deep down you know it's gonna fucking make you feel better some way, somehow. You go in, you get the momentum going, and you start your fucking workout, and how good do you feel after that fucking workout? Before you went in that gym, you felt like fucking shit. You didn't want to do anything, and then you made yourself do it. You started doing it halfway throughout the workout. You're like, fuck yeah, I feel great. You come out and you killed the workout.
And let's not forget, like, when you feel really good going into the gym, and you feel even fucking better when you come out. Like,
yeah, it's just a matter. It's like motion, like momentum. Like, just get it done.
Right, and you know, I think I've always been the same way. Like, I just always wanted to work to get to the next level. Like, I never worked to be the guy that was the weed whacker. I mean, I've done landscaping, hardscaping, fucking window cleaning. Probably done it all. I've never done HVAC though. Thought about it. Never got into it.
Honestly,
my brother does that stuff. I mean, he learned a lot when he was in it too. But I was always working to be like, not even the hardest worker, but get to the next level. Like, all right, today we got this. All right, let's get this shit done. Let's do it. Like, and then at the end, you're like, damn, like that patio looks nice, or damn, that moldy ass house we just cleaned looks fucking good. Got that shit done. Yeah. And it's not about just doing the job. It's about like doing it with like some kind of like integrity or intent or some kind of purpose. Like, a lot of people just go to work to go to work.
Yeah.
They like their job, maybe, probably not. Most people don't like what they do, but
it's amazing.
But they just go to work to make a paycheck. I mean, right now I'm doing fiber optics, like splicing fiber together and stuff, and I actually do like it. Like, I enjoy going to work.
You're learning
It's not
shit.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I also enjoy the process of learning and different shit. So working a bunch of different jobs probably didn't benefit me, because I could have came up in a higher position in certain places and, you know, whatever the case may be, but
you found a job that you care about now. Like, you found a job that you enjoy.
I found a job that I enjoy, and you know, before that, I got into doing video and photo, and that's what I wanted to. That's what he loved forever.
But no, just to keep this on track a little bit. I'll let James kind of explain the point we're trying to get past. Is like understanding where you're at and what it takes to get to where you want to go. So basically, like, James is at a job. No, he doesn't like it. Yes, he enjoys it. Has he done jobs in the past that he doesn't like? Yes. Has he done jobs in the past that he did enjoy? Yes. But he understood that if he didn't put his all into it and do the best that he can in that job, he could never move forward to get to a higher place in that job or something. Right. So like when I first started out in my HVAC career, back to the point I was trying to make, I started out low on the totem pole. When I started out in HVAC, I didn't know shit. In less than a year's time, they already had me as a mechanic in my van alone. I was the fastest one to do that shit at my company. They were like blown away at the shit that I was doing, and I started to realize how I was able to do that. I was able to do that because every day I went into work, I came in to work with the intent to learn as much as I possibly could, do the best fucking possible job I could ever do, not simply for anybody else. I didn't give a fuck who noticed it. I didn't give a fuck who cared to see it or whatever. I did that because I knew it would make me better, and that if I got better, it would propel me forward in life. So with my job, I did what I had to do. I did the nasty, dirty tasks like I was a nobody. When the motherfuckers were shitting on me, they tell me to go get fucking coffee. I went and got coffee. I made sure that fucking order was right when I came back, and the guys fucking loved me for it. When every other fucking young dickhead didn't want to do the shit job of going to get fucking coffee because they felt like it was a lower task. Like, yo, why the fuck am I going to get coffee? Like, why can't you guys get your own coffee? Motherfucker, I made sure when I came back, You had the right light and sweet. You had the right amount of sugar in your shit. You had the fucking you had salt, pepper, ketchup on it. Or if you didn't want salt, pepper, ketchup, you didn't have fucking salt, pepper, ketchup on it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're the best motherfucking order taker in the company, baby.
But look, that was my task.
That's what you had to do.
That
to
was
get
my
to the next
fucking task. If I didn't do that task good enough, these guys weren't gonna trust me to start doing other tasks on the job site. They're like, okay, this. Check off the list. This motherfucker can get coffee and bagels, and he does
That's
it.
simple.
He
That's
does
simple.
it perfectly.
Yeah.
Now, let's see if this motherfucker can start doing some electric, or let's see if this motherfucker can start piping in a unit, or let's see if this motherfucker can start doing like harder tasks. But they trust me at the lowest level, and that propelled me forward for them to trust me higher and higher. And people don't realize that.
Dude, like, without them even realizing, they're kind of testing your willingness to learn right there. Their willingness, like, your willingness to change and be like, all right, like, they're testing you to see if you can do something so simple. All right, now we know you can do something this easy,
Exactly.
and you can accept the fact that you have to learn this step first. Now we can make you do something harder that'll get you up, and when you learn that, you can go up the next step. And this is actually something I had to swallow my pride and asked Andy this one day because he was going off about, like, because he is very far up in his company. You're fucking 25 years old, young as shit. Like, literally, what is your position called?
Crew leader. It's basically a foreman.
Yeah, so he's already foreman in his company at 25 years old, which is insane, especially Air Group's huge. Doesn't matter if we say what you work at here.
I don't give a fuck,
Okay.
but we'll just not. We'll keep it on the low.
Yeah,
But he
so-
said something.
Either way, huge company that he works at, and he's already fucking foreman. So I just started a new job installing like the 5G wireless stuff for like T-Mobile and Verizon and all that stuff. So I just started, and I work with a crew that really is kind of like, they don't want to help you at all. My first day, no one even went out of the way to say what's up to me. Like, I had to go out, and like, it was uncomfortable for me. Like, I showed up there, and not one person said anything to me. I was like, all right, I guess I have to get uncomfortable and
You could
introduce
have
myself.
fucking quit the next day
Yeah.
because of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's crazy.
And so, like, even the first day, like, my first day, first to start off that, then we went in the work truck and drove to the job site. They weren't even telling me to grab anything, like, nothing. They didn't say one word to me.
Sink
so I
or
just
swim,
started,
motherfucker.
I grabbed my tools, like, even the tools I brought more tools than I was supposed to, and thank God, because I needed most of those tools. And I didn't bring all my tools, because, like, all right, they told me I didn't need anything, so I brought more than enough, but it still wasn't enough, because even these guys didn't have half their fucking tools. So I literally brought my tools up, started carrying shit up, and then I'm sitting there watching them trying to get stuff done. Like, they forgot the T-Mobile key to open up cabinet and stuff like that. So then I was just like sitting there, I'm like, all right, screw this, like, it's time to get something done. So we ended up getting it all open. I hopped up there, we popped off the door and shit like that with tools instead of the key and all that. But my point is, like, one day we were having a business meeting, and Andy was going off about like how fast he worked up the company and stuff like that, and it had to do with something we were talking about that day. And so I literally had to swallow my pride, because I'm not used to that. I've, like, when I was young, dude, like, how they're talking about how they've always strived to be better and stuff like that. That was me when I was young. I just never understood why. I thought, like, I was just born that way. But in the past couple of years with the shit I went through mentally, I kind of lost that. I kind of lost my drive. I lost my belief, like I was saying. So, like, now I got to swallow my pride. It's time to relearn everything. So I asked him, like, what his thing was, and he's like, dude, I'd get what I had to get done as fast as I could. You started off wiring the outside, right?
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
The fucking, it didn't matter what, like I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter. Like, Sean needed to realize he was starting from the bottom again, and what it was going to take to work his way up.
Yep. And it's honestly, like, since that day, like, it every single day I'm at work, I'm like, all right, I need to bang out. I need to ask the foreman whether he wants to fucking talk to me or not. I need to ask him when he wants me to get done. And now I'm at the point where I don't have to ask anyone shit in the beginning. I get the shit that needs to get done. I carry all the heavy shit up because I'm one of the only lifters of the company. So I'm like the fucking.
But
I'm
you
the bitch.
take initiative and you do that shit
don't wait till
yourself.
I don't
you
wait
don't
till
wait
no
for
one.
somebody to give you fucking orders, because you're like, motherfucker, I'm here to do a fucking job. Let's go. Let's get this shit fucking done.
When we bang it all out and they're like, holy shit, you're done already? I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. I was like, what can you show me today? And then they'll show it to me, I'll bang it out, and it's the next thing. And that's exactly what Andy told me I had to do. And like, since then, the respect I've gotten from a foreman's is like night and day difference, where they actually talk to me, they want me to come over and learn. Now I'm already wiring all sectors by myself, not asking them shit. So like, next step is pretty much like, I'm in the cabinets working with that stuff, and that's kind of where you really start progressing in the company, because that's where the brains part come into, where you actually really need to know what the fuck you're doing, because you're working with fibers, you're working with all kinds of shit, you're working with
But they're
different cards and
not
stuff.
going to trust you to do that type of shit
Until I prove
if
myself
you
on the
don't
brunt
fucking
work.
prove yourself on all this basic fucking garbage bullshit that nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to fucking do it, but if you don't fucking do it, how the fuck are you gonna get there?
And
like,
that's
like
that's going to our point,
dude,
of like what this
kills
podcast
me.
is
It
right
fucking
now.
kills
It
me.
doesn't matter what you're doing. Like I started off at this company being the fucking lifter. Like I had to lift that shit, and when I was like kind of like fuck this, like I'm here to make it to the top. That's what I want to do. As soon as I got that job, I was like my plan is to make it to the top. But until I heard that from Andy and realized like, yo, dude, you have to be the bitch of the company right now. You have to fucking be the best lifter in this company, get the shit from the top, from the
because
bottom
you just
to the top of
started.
the roof.
It doesn't matter where the fucking
Dude, it doesn't
fuck
matter
you
how
came
bad I
from.
want-
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you knew. You're not entitled to shit. Life owes you nothing, and these people at this company owe you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So to get ahead, Sean needed to realize. He was shit. He was fucking nobody. If Sean got a job at a circus shoveling the elephant shit, but really he wanted to be the headmaster of the fucking elephants, he better fucking make sure every little piece of fucking shit was shoveled up off the floor, or they're not gonna promote him. And people don't, dude. It blows my mind. I see it all the time, every single day with young guys that come into my company.
People want, and like we've all definitely been this person before, but people think they're worth more than their job, and until you fucking prove yourself, you're not worth shit.
You gotta do the basic shit, bro.
You can't sit here and be like, going back to flipping burgers thing that we've talked about before. You can't be like, I don't need to flip these. I fucking care less about flipping these burgers. Like, this isn't gonna get me nowhere, but I want to run this goddamn McDonald's. Like, no, you need to show that you're the best fucking burger flipper there is, so then you can slowly start working your way up. People are gonna take notice of how well you work at flipping burgers and be like, okay, we need to give this dude some more responsibility because he's fucking a man.
He's
in the
worth
kitchen.
it. Yeah. He's not fucking up a simple ass fucking no pickles order. You know, he sees no pickles. He doesn't fucking put pickles on it.
Yeah.
He's gonna get fucking promoted.
Exactly.
You know, it's crazy.
When you're somebody that gets zero complaints while everyone else is getting complaints in that aspect of
You
like if you're
stand
putting
out.
orders together and
Yeah.
every time you put an order together, no one comes back and says, hey, this is messed up. But then everyone else you work with, shit's messed up, and then like your manager at that time sees that, and they see that these other kids don't give a fuck, but your shit is perfect.
And you've heard the success stories of the people that started at a fast food restaurant, and they started as the fucking burger chef or whatever the fucking title is, as something, right? As the fry cook, as cooking French fries, right? That's where they started, but now they own like 12 Burger Kings, and they tell you, I did the best that I could at this level, and every time I moved up, I continued to do better.
And that was every position too. And we're talking about starting at the bottom, but you have to have the same mentality in the middle, on the way up to the top. Because guess what? It's only as good as you are. So if you're at top and you have the underneath doing the same things you are doing, treating people the same way you're treating people, working as hard as you're working, you could literally create an empire.
Yep.
That's how empires are created.
Literally, but
that's
you could be the best fucking McDonald's in the area, but not if you don't do the best job you can do, because then people underneath you aren't going to do the best job they can do. Even if you're starting at the bottom, it starts with you as a person. You always do the best job you can do for you, no matter who's watching, who's there, when they're there. It doesn't matter what it is. You just do the right thing. Do the best job you can do and the right thing, and you'll come out on top every fucking time.
Me and Sean were actually talking about this the other day. We were talking about, we see a lot of people achieve some success, and what is it that happens from, like, let's say they were down here and they get to somewhere and it's a great level, but they're talking about how they want to get so much further, but yet they're not doing it. But they were able to get from A to
B, but not
to
to
B, but then they couldn't get to C. And why is that? Because they forgot everything they learned that got them from A to B, because now they have so much fucking like pride. They think that they're owed something, but they're never going to get to C if they don't remember everything that they had to do to get from A to B. And that's be humble and do the best that they could be. Now they're like, oh, I'm at B, motherfucker. Try to touch me. I'm the fucking shit. Fucking, I know everything. Well, if you fucking knew everything, you'd be where you want to fucking be. But no, bro. Like, no, it's time to relearn it and do it all over from B to C.
Right, and it's like, well, getting from level to level, everything's going to change. So the things you have to do are going to change. So you have to be willing to learn the things you don't know and willing to change the things that you're not doing right. I mean, let's be honest.
That's a huge thing, too, is like getting back to, like, you always got to get back to the basics. The basics are always a necessity, no matter where you are. The basics of willing to learn, willing to change. Like, the way I look at things now, is that there's always a lesson to be learned no matter what. I don't care if someone's ringing me out and 99% of what they're saying is false. I'm still listening for that 0.1% that might change me, might make me look at something different. And that's just kind of like, that's even when you that's my point, is like, even if you achieve some great success, but you still know you want to go further, then you got to get back to basics. You got to listen to you can listen to the homeless dude on the side of the street. He might give you some knowledge or some advice that you never thought of.
Or it might spike an idea, or spike an interest, or spike a realization, like, you know what, maybe I was a shitty person, or I did do something wrong here, and that obviously gives you the option to change it, or make it right, or better, or next time, or...
Really, you got to look at it like, you're not above anything. You're not above that burger flipping job. You're not above any other person. So you got to kind of swallow your pride and realize you're really not shit. And you have the ability to learn from anybody, any walk of life, any situation. There's always some sort of positive light to take from that.
We're consistently learning, always changing, always trying to be the best you or me I can be.
And that's like when you get stuck at position B, but you came from A, the reason you got stuck there and you're not moving any further is because you lost that willingness to sit there and learn. You stopped searching for more answers and stuff like that, so you're stuck there. You're not going to go any further.
And you forgot everything you learned that you had to do to get from A to B. You know, you threw it out the window because you're like, motherfucker, I got from A to B, I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah. But you don't.
No.
Because you're not at C when you want to be at C, so you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, you got to do the same shit from A to B for B to C, kind of. But
you might have to change it a little bit, but you gotta remember those basics. You gotta remember what got you there. And you can always learn. People say don't look back, but I like to look back, but I don't look at it as a negative light. I like to look back and take situations from those and teach myself what I did back then and why I did it. Especially now that I'm kind of coming to the realization of like all this knowledge that we're taking in. You look
back to learn from it.
Yes, I don't look back to fucking dwell on it or to be like, oh, I used to be this person, blah blah blah. Yeah,
which a lot of people do though. They're like, they look back and then they're like, oh, I did this, this, and this, but I fucked up this, and this,
and then I think that's it.
Well,
but they also, you gotta understand, you gotta fail.
Yeah,
you have to fail to succeed. And you have,
that's like,
I mean, you have to, the hardest part is, it's understanding that failing is succeeding. I don't even know how to explain that
in a way. Yeah, well, because failure is still forward motion.
Right,
like,
you just learn a way you can't do it. So now you know another way you can't do it. So now you can find a way to do it. I mean,
well, if you're constantly winning, you're not really learning anything because you don't think you have to change. It's when you lose when you realize you have to change. When you're say I win, say we're fucking talking in racing terms, I win 5 races, and all of a sudden some stud comes from another state and destroys me. That's when I learn because I see what he did. I'm like, okay, he's fast because he did this, this, and this, and now I got to apply that to what I already know and see what I can change. But if I'm constantly winning, I got no one to challenge me. Why is there a reason to change? You don't think there's a reason to change.
Yeah, you grow in environments where there's people that are better than you, and obviously, you wouldn't think there's room to, you would have to change when you're doing so good, but you do. That's the other thing of realization, is realizing that no matter how good you think you are, there's always some kind of room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
But that's like Thomas Edison. Dude, how many times he I know this fucking story. You've heard it a million fucking times.
Andy loves this story.
Do you understand how many times this man failed at making the light bulb until he fucking succeeded, and now he's fucking a legend. He's legendary. He did something that nobody could do.
We wouldn't have lights right now.
Dude,
we wouldn't have lights, bro.
Dude, like, I think it was like, I forget how many thousands of times, like 10,000 plus times he fucked it up. He failed. But he was like, all right, look, all this failure did was show me not what to do. So that means I am that much closer to knowing what to do. So if you want to fucking start a business, if you want to get a new fucking job, if you want to fucking learn something new in your life, if you want to, every time you fail, all it's doing is teaching you a way of
the way not to do it.
So
now you know
that
you're closer.
You're weeding out. Like, think if somebody gave you a notebook, or it's like a multiple choice test, right?
Boom.
You could be asked the same question. If there's 4 multiple choice answers, you could be asked the same question 4 times. Yep. 1 out of 4 times, you're going to get it right. But you may fail that question 3 times before you get it right.
And then that's when you fucking finally learn something.
Yeah.
But back to Thomas Edison, think about how many times people told him to stop. people told him, yo, why
Everybody's
don't you,
in here.
why
You're
don't you
never
wake
gonna
up? Why
figure
don't
this
you-
shit out, bro.
yeah,
You
go
keep
back.
fucking up. You keep failing.
Why are
He's
you
like,
trying to reinvent the wheel? Like,
yeah.
fuck that, dude.
He's like, motherfucker, every time I fail, it's making me better. And
Yeah.
they're like, no, it's not. You just keep failing. What don't you realize? Failure is failure. Failure is failure. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm speaking right to everybody. Fuck you. You're fucking losers. You're fucking losers if you think failing means failing. Failing is success.
Yeah.
That without success, without failure, there wouldn't be
You only
success.
fail when
It's
you
that
give
simple.
up. That's when you fail.
That's
When you
that's
fucking give
that's
up.
failure.
And
when
that's
you quit.
what most people want you to do nowadays. Like, I understand from a parent side that like they want what's best for you, but like everybody listening, like think back to all the times you wanted to do something, people said, "No, that's a stupid idea," or like you were working at something, people kept saying, "Yo, get a real job," like you gotta give it up. Like I bodybuilt for 4 years, and I had a lot of like crazy success in those 4 years that most people don't see, especially coming from like I was 145 pounds to competing at 210 pounds, but like you don't see that in 4 years. But during that whole time, I am my own parents telling me I was never gonna do shit. Even after I was fucking.
That's a whole fucking podcast in itself.
But
We
like,
gotta-
just think about
I know, like,
Thomas
dude,
Edison. Like,
we got a lot of shit to talk to you guys about, but we at the same time we gotta stay on track. We can't be losing
So-
we can't be losing you guys quickly. But
So I have a question for you guys, but Andy, go ahead and just give us a summary where we're at so far with our topic.
our topic, just understanding where you're at and where it takes for you to want to go. So basically, like saying, if you're at the bottom right now, understand you need to do the shitty, fucking hard, challenging
you gotta do the
stuff
shit no one
that
else wants to
nobody
do.
else wants to do
That's it.
to get to the next level where you want to be or you think you should be, which
That right
I mean-
there is what you said to me that day that actually changed me. So every time I'm at work now, I see the shit, everyone's like, okay, like, they look at it. They don't want to fucking do it. When we have a 400-pound cabinet that we don't want to take up the stairs, we should have a crane, all this bullshit. I look at it, I'm like, yo, let's fucking get this up. Obviously, I need help for that, but I got to take initiative and be like, yo, let's get this up. And all of a sudden, something that usually takes them all day because everyone sits there and procrastinates, we get it fucking done. And I
no
get up there,
time.
I get the opportunities, like, all of us that worked
In
on
no
that,
time.
we get the opportunities to start learning more shit, but most of them don't take it. They get it up, they want to sit and relax, whatever. But the point is like, no one wants to do the hard work anymore. And like, when you said that to me, I'm like, fuck, I'm at a job where we gotta do a bunch of dumb bullshit to get anywhere first.
and you're
Like, we
surrounded
have
by
to get that
people
material
who don't
up
want
there.
to do it. So
Yeah.
is it easy for you to, I guess the word would be to comply to everybody else's standards and not do it and procrastinate? Or are you going to be a motherfucker savage, take initiative, and go fucking get it?
Yo, I literally go there, especially now that it's fucking cold. It's freezing, guys. Like, we're in Jersey.
Yeah, it's fucking cold, dude.
We're working when it's snowing, so I'm out there, no fucking gloves. I want my hands to be fucking man hands. Like, I want that shit not to even phase me. So I go out there, no gloves, and like, people, like, I know, like, nobody wants to fucking start working on shit because it's so cold. And I'm like, fuck, this is gonna suck. Fuck that. I go right for it. We're like, what we gotta grab? Let's start going.
Dude,
Right,
and
so-
even today, where we are right now, it's like 40 fucking degrees in the place we're recording right
It's
now.
it's
None
not
of us
warm.
want to do this
It's
right
not
now,
warm
but
here.
it's where we have
I
space to
can't
be
feel my
fucking alone.
toes.
Yeah, my toes
My
are
nipples
fucking
are
cold.
hard. Well, no, I said that. Anyway,
You can
long
say that,
story
baby.
short is
It's all right. James got some
you're
hard-ass
gonna be
nipples.
you're gonna be the guy. You gotta be the guy that gets on the ground when no one else wants to. You gotta be the guy that even if you're the new guy coming in and you don't know what you're doing, you start grabbing shit and looking like an idiot, because looking like an idiot is better than standing around fucking doing nothing. Or you grab something they don't need, big deal. You're grabbing something. You gotta you gotta like motivate other people that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing to do it too. And by doing that, you just do what you don't want to do. You get on the ground. You fucking start grabbing the satellite or whatever you got to carry up there. For me, I start grabbing all the tools in the cold and unloading the van. I start fucking breaking down the cable. You start talking to cut. Whatever you got to do, you got to do it. So you just start doing it to help
That's huge.
motivate other people. And that leads me to my question, right? My question is, we're all savages. We're going to do it no matter what. We're going to take that initiative, like I just told you. What if you're dealing with someone who doesn't want to teach you, who really isn't helping you? Because let's be honest, you have to get to the next level, and you can do it by yourself, but I mean, there's a supervisor or
See, this-
there's someone
Yeah.
there to know the next level, to know what you're supposed to do.
This is where
and
it gets tough.
how do you get to the next level? I mean, you have to do it yourself. I'm not saying you need someone else to help
But
you.
at the same
but
time,
that person above you
this is
needs
where it
to,
gets
you
tough
know what I
because
mean?
Sean was dealing with this at his job, and I've dealt with this at my job too when I first started. There's a lot of guys in my company that don't want to see you where they are, and that's just.
It's kind of what, and that's where I picked it from you, is now that I've been showing more initiative and kind of swallowing my pride and be like, yo, like, I'm doing the bitch work and I'm going to do it fucking good. You definitely start getting that
A little more respect.
a little bit more respect where they want to teach you and stuff
But
like
even
that.
then, they
But
still
even
don't
then-
fucking want to teach you
No.
because they don't want you to, like, they're scared of you taking their job.
Literally,
Bro,
that's why I have my-
listen to me. When I'm at work as running my job, what I try to do, what I tell myself every day when I'm running my job, if the guys that are under me can't do my job by the time I'm ready to leave, I failed them. I did something wrong. I want them to be able to take over my job, because if they can't take over my job, if I'm not able to pass on the knowledge to do my job, then how do I ever expect to move up to that next level? Without you realizing that, if you don't feed people the information that you've been gifted, blessed on, learning, whatever, to get them to where you are, how do you expect to move further? And that's why, if you read this book, See You at the Top, Zig Ziglar, that'll speak a lot about helping people and teaching people the things you know to get them to where you want to go will actually end up helping you and getting you where you want to go.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Well,
dude.
think about it. Like, so my foreman said this exact thing to me the other day, where he was talking about how, like, he was kind of talking about it, like, I was messing with him. He was talking about how he wanted to I don't know, work on his house or something like that, and something about, oh yeah, we had to work overtime, possibly work overtime because it was going to snow. So we might have been on emergency call, where he's right now building a house and all that stuff. So he was talking about how he needs to be home and doing that. Like, he needs to be getting his house ready because he's got to move out of his old house soon. I was like, listen, dude, the sooner you teach me everything you know, the sooner you can go home and I can run this stuff for you. And, like, I kind of said, I like messing with him, so I say it in a joking manner, but I am serious. Like, teaching what you know, and then you will have less responsibility, because I can come here and not ask you one fucking thing, and I can lead the others. But his answer to me was, I'll never teach you everything I know, because then you'll take my job. I'm
and
like,
that motherfucker's
right
gonna
there,
be stuck
that's
there forever, bro.
That's
You're
you
stuck.
will never move up, because once
You're never gonna be better. You're
once
not
you-
making people better.
right now, all you, like, yeah, you're a foreman, that's awesome, you're prestigious, but you're never gonna get above a foreman, because
But
you
how
don't
the
show.
fuck did he get there? By learning from other people,
Yes.
and he forgot that. He forgot the only reason he's at where he's at is because some motherfucker was not nice enough, understood what we're talking about to the point where, yo, I gotta teach this motherfucker to get to my level so that he could do this one day. Because it's not gonna only better me that I'm passing on my knowledge, it's gonna better him.
But even then, like, if he would say he would show me and a crew of guys, like, really took us under his wing and show us the fucking ropes, that would show our bosses that own the company, like, yo, this guy can lead. Let's get him
Yeah.
up to a bigger position where
Yeah.
he's in an office,
Bingo.
running
Hello.
a bunch of teams. And that's actually the funniest part, is we have the one guy that really runs all the teams in the office. He used to be on the field. He started from the bottom, moved up faster than everybody. Now he sits in the office. He ain't lifting shit. He out in the cold. He's sitting at home running 5 teams at once. Or not at home, but in the office, running 5 teams at once behind a computer and behind a cell phone. That's where this guy can be if he just teaches us. Because once we move up to his position,
now he's eligible to, hey, we got more for you.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. But, like, people
You're ready for the next
people
level.
are so worried about what negatively could happen to you.
Oh my God, he's gonna take my job.
No, yeah,
no.
you're giving-
yeah. You
I'm
want
gonna
him to take your job.
I'm gonna take your job, and you get the fucking.
I
move up.
want you to take my job because I don't want to fucking do this shit anymore. I want to be up. Dude, like, it's like...
It's crazy that people
Don't think
want to
like
see
this?
others succeed. They want to see them succeed, but not better than them.
Bro,
and, like, I've
why?
heard that so many times, but it's so, like, now, like, finally becoming successful myself and doing the things that I got to do, I see it more and more, like,
How
people
fucked up it is.
don't, like, want to help. Like, how...
It
like,
scares me.
And that comes back to, like, you know, understanding where you're at and where you want to be. Like, that
Where you
guy
wanna go.
doesn't want to be fucking lifting shit up buildings all day, But he forgot, like Andy said, how he got from A to B by working his ass off and helping other people help him and help them work their ass off to get to where he's got to be. And now he got comfortable. And now he doesn't want to help. Fucking, he does.
It's wild, dude.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's kind of simple.
I mean,
we're not gonna go crazy.
We're not gonna go
gonna
crazy.
Continue
We're
to
not
drill
gonna.
us in.
Yeah.
We're not gonna continue to give you fucking stories.
One more thing I gotta say before we get to the end or whatever we're gonna do is another big part of this thing of understanding where you're at and where you want to be is just giving yourself goals to accomplish to get to those to that place. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll that'll be a nice little ender right there. Without actually realizing where you are and setting goals to get to where you want to be, and realizing that setting a goal in your mind, dude, you're not.
You got it right.
You're not benefiting yourself by
You
doing
gotta
that because
write it
it's going to
down,
consistently
and you gotta look
change
at it,
as
yeah.
you change.
You need to
write
have
it down.
You need to have a
and
set
look
goal.
at it every single day, because then you're going to remind yourself, yo, I set this goal here. And if you just set it in your mind, because you've changed so much from here to here, your goal
forgot
changed
that
too
shit. Yeah,
with
you
your
forgot that
mind.
shit.
But when you see what you written down, you're like, holy shit, like this is what I was telling myself to do here. Oh fuck. All right. I gotta get back on my grind and keep working at this goal or something. Maybe you forgot about it, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you listen to a lot of most successful people, for me, I'm coming from a bodybuilding background, so Arnold, he has a not famous speech, but you see it a lot if you're in the bodybuilding realm, that he had one time when he was talking about a vision. He said, if you don't have a vision, you don't know where you're going. You're just going around aimlessly in every aspect of life. But
it's like getting in a fucking car without the GPS and trying to get somewhere,
Yeah,
bro.
you're just fucking-
You're aimlessly driving around. So unless you got in that car to aimlessly drive around, what are you doing? No, you set a destination in mind and you go after it.
Yep.
So transfer that over to your life. It'll benefit you. That's it, baby. End it there. Let's fucking.
Well, hold on. We want to give some techniques because we are going to talk about that. You got two good techniques right now.
We're gonna get into techniques later on. We're not.
You wanna
We
just
can't.
give a teaser
Yeah,
right now?
we can't just be overloading these guys with informations. Like, you're gonna grow with us if you find something that's gonna benefit you. Get ready for the next podcast because we're gonna continue to bring you hitters. We're gonna continue to bring you shit that's gonna make you think and make you better.
And email us, contact us, tell us
Yeah.
what you think, ask us some questions. We
Yeah.
can answer them on here.
DM, comment anything on these below. Comment below on anything you want to hear about. Any questions you have, we can answer them there. You could DM us on our social media if we want to throw our Instagram, IG names in right quick, and they can EM.
Yeah, right now we're still working on the brand IG stuff. We're still working on our brand YouTube page.
You can follow us
We're still-
personally, though.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
follow us
we have
personally, DMs.
if you want to send us an email, we do have a brand email you can send us an email at, which is
oneoonebrand@gmail.com. And then
and 101 specifically the numbers.
no, it's actually
spelled-
my bad. Yeah, let me clarify that. It's 101, but it's spelled out ONE and then OONE brand at gmail.com. So it's spelled out 101. It's not the numbers. And then also, if you follow us on Instagram and you want to slide in our DMs, let us know that you listen
you
to
can plug
podcasts, you have questions. Like, even if you shoot us questions and we think it's a really good question, we could write it down and be like, hey, before we start a podcast, we'll be like, yo, we got this question, kind of hit this on this topic. So, I mean, my IG is _goldenboy_fry, and then James.
My Instagram is Jack JACK Blames BLAMES, and you'll just see all my work because I do videos. So there's gonna be not shit at me on.
And since these guys plugged themselves, I'm gonna plug myself. So I have two Instagrams. You can hit me up at it's Andy. It's _Andy with 2 Y's, and then Andy Danchuk ANDYDANCHUK. That's my personal one. It's
That's his legal name for all you ladies out there.
It's private, but if you send me a DM, I check them every now and then. But on my personal one, I usually put out a little bit more motivational stuff. I speak a little bit more in depth. On It's Andy, I'm really not too active on it right now because I'm so busy working on all this shit. It's Andy is more just for my fun shit, my cars and shit like that, so you'll see. But yeah, hit me up on either one of those, and I'll be glad to answer any questions, help you out, and move you forward in life. Because, dude, we're all in this together. Without all the people in this world that provided us the information that we know today, we wouldn't be here. So
No, we wouldn't have shit.
Good shit, boys.
let's strive. Let's keep moving forward, baby.
Yes.
Palante.
Stay positive, baby.
Welcome to Tap In.
Welcome to Tap In. Have a good evening.
Or will you fucking fight back?